Might have to add this one to the list.
Dean Family Acres.
We're going to be planting Pam and Black Beauty. So those are the two that we're going to be planting here. Pam was one of our favorites of any variety that had actually been released when we visited the UGA Tifton Vineyard, and when we made that trip. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. There's actually a couple videos from that that we just had an absolute blast going to. That was our absolute favorite in regards to ones that we didn't already have here on the homestead. And then Black Beauty is just another one that we have heard. It's kind of hit or miss. So like you either have one that's just absolutely great and they're just massive, or they're not. They just don't produce a whole lot, but the ones you get are really good. So hopefully we have a good one, and it produces really, really well. Pam produces fairly early, so we're going to plant it here first, and because the further down we go on this trellis, the later they will ripen. So that'll kind of help me remember when they ripen. But it is early to mid is Pam, Black Beauty is kind of mid to late, and then late Fry is late. So that'll help us remember that. And also Pam as well as Black Beauty are both female varieties. We do have our Ruby Crisp right here next door, and those are self-fertile, so you don't have to worry about any kind of pollination. They will definitely take care of it because we have 3 Ruby Crisps right here. Alright guys, so hopefully y'all were able to kind of see exactly what we added there. Compost, some potting mix that we actually use to grow our potatoes in grow bags, and then just a little bit of pine bark soil conditioner. We're going to mix that in. It's super wet out here. It's not optimal, but it will work. You honestly don't necessarily have to amend your soil or your planting hole with muscadines. I just did last year and it seemed to work really well. We only lost one, and it was a bare root. So, and we did not water it very well, and I think that's what happened with it, because it did come up and sent shoots up, but then it ended up dying later in the year. So anyway, we're just going to kind of mix all this up. I'm going to pull our Pam vine out. So this is Pam. I'll show you guys. Got some really decent growth. I will say Black Beauty definitely has a little bit better growth, but you know, we got multiple different shoots here. You only want one coming up, but we will work on that at some point. I like to kind of plant these to begin with and trim it down maybe to 1 or 2, and then come back once we feel like everything's established pretty decent, and then trim it back to the main one. So that's kind of what I like to do. It's probably not needed, and honestly might not help it, but that's what we're gonna do here, and see exactly what we end up with. So I didn't mention it, but these are from Ison's, and we actually partnered with another guy on the Muscadine group on Facebook, and he and I split shipping. So he wanted to order some additional things. I said, hey man, before you order, let's split shipping. And so we ended up working out a deal. Alright guys, so next thing what you want to do is you want to get your blue tube, and you also want to prune off exactly what you're going to prune off. So we're going to prune now. And what I like to do is just come over here, and what I'll do is just kind of tie a really loose knot onto the end of this vine just to hold it up. Again, we're not wanting to choke this out. Alright. And you also can stake it. Hopefully that gives you a good general idea of exactly how that is set up. And just we've got the stake in there, and then always don't forget to come back and water it. And if you want to, the first year you definitely can mulch it. You just do not want to mulch it super heavy, because the roots can stay and come up above the ground level and grow into your mulch. You want them to make sure that they are going to grow into the soil. Alright guys, this is Black Beauty, and this one definitely was a strong vine. Just make sure and untangle anything that might have looped back up around, like that one there, kind of looping back up around. So you just want to make sure that you don't have anything that's going to come back and girdle your plant. Alright guys, so this is our Black Beauty. As you can see, this one has some serious growth. It's going to actually go all the way up to the wire, and what we will do is I'm going to get this, and I'm actually going to tie it to the wire with some zip ties, and then we're going to prune it so that it actually will fork off. You can lay it like this on the wire, let another shoot come off, but a lot of times this one that is part of the main vine, original vine, can be stronger. So I'd encourage you to make sure and prune it just below or just above the wire, depending on how you want to get your cordons to start going across. So I'm going to prune this back and also get the blue tube on here. And because this one's so strong, I'm just going to trim it down to 1. Going to use these little zip ties to hold it in for now. And normally you would not want to twist it around like this. The only reason I'm doing this is just because it's a temporary to get it up here, because I just don't want it to untwist and fall on the ground. Hopefully this makes sense for you guys, and I'll get you a little bit closer. Alright guys, so you should be able to see now exactly, I just brought it up and I've got it zip tied here and here. And it is a little snug, but not too tight. It still can move around. And basically that's got our blue tube staked. I don't have a stake for this one, so that's going to hold this vine still. And then what I'll come back and do is actually have a string to come down just like I did before. And when we get the irrigation system in on this side, then I'll actually have that string tied from this top wire down to that wire, and that way it will be something that it will have some support to come up. Although it's already here, I certainly hope this Black Beauty has an opportunity to go the 10 foot 3 inches each direction this year, and hopefully be able to get us at least some fruit maybe that next year. It looks like at least 1, if not 2 of those Ruby Crisp are going to produce, as well as the haul that we've got on the dog pen. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, And what we'll do is I'll actually kind of go back and we'll talk a little bit more about Pam and Black Beauty in a little more detail. Time for some Black Beauty. This one wasn't quite right, but I kind of like Black Beauty. I bet it'd be real good when they're fully ripe. There's that bunch I grabbed in, there wasn't a... Might have to add this one to the list. All right, Pam. I like the flavor of that. Pam might have got on our list, y'all. I'm gonna try one more of those on the way. Little tiny bit of wet stem scar. That one's texture was a little weird on the pulp. Pam's on the list, y'all. Pam is on the list.
Late season bronze usually comes down to late fry or granny val.
I like them.
Each of them has positives and minuses. They're both self-fertile. Late fry, I feel like, has a little bit better flavor, but it's a little harder to pick a clean berry in terms of it tearing.
And not quite as late.
Yeah.
I like this.
You know, my experience with even the standard varieties when they're ripening in September don't have as sweet of a flavor as the earlier ones. And so I'm not sure how much is Granny Val's cultivar and how much it is that it's ripening later when we're not getting as good a flavor. But that is a big thing we're trying to do in the breeding program, is get more late varieties to give us better options to extend the season into September.
Hey guys, we're gonna try late fry here at the UGA Tifton campus. And one of the reasons we want to try late fry is because these are one of the varieties that we actually have planted. We've heard mixed reviews on late fry. We've had one gentleman not too far from our house, within 10 miles, said it was the worst thing. He didn't like it at all. Then we've had someone else that was about 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away, that said it was their favorite. So we thought we might try it and just see what we thought. And we're also planting it at our house. So let's try it and just see how it is here. One comment of note, they did say that pretty much any bronze variety that you might have to spray them if you're going to do it on a large scale, that they do tend to get a little bit of this on there. So just FYI. It's good. Not overly strong on flavor, but I like it. Good choice, good choice. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. When you like, hit that thumbs up. And don't forget, when you subscribe, to ring that bell like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s. Hope you guys have a wonderful one. Thanks so much for watching, and we really, really appreciate your support. Hey guys, you should have a couple videos down here for you to be able to check out. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys each have a wonderful and blessed day.